Shalom, shalom, Shabbat Adonai. Welcome to the Sixth Exodus program. Thank you for listening. The name of this segment is called Jewish Worship, or Setup. Jewish Setup. I want to read to you Acts chapter 17 and 18. Okay, let's begin. Now, when they had passed through Amphipolis and Apollonia, they came to Thessalonica, where there was a synagogue of the Jews, and Paul went in, was his custom, and on 3 Sabbath days he reasoned with them with the scriptures, explaining and proving that it was necessary for the Christ to suffer and to raise from the dead, and saying, This Christ whom you proclaim to you is the Christ. And some of them were persuaded and joined Paul and Silas, as did great many of the devout Greeks, and now a few of the leading women. But the Jews was jealous, and thinking some wicked men of the rabble, they formed a mob, set the city in an uproar, and attacked the house of Jason, seeking to bring them out of the crowd. And when they could not find them, they dragged Jason and some of the brothers before the city authorities, shouting, These men who have turned the world upside down have come here also, and Jason has received them, and they are all acting against the decree of Caesar, saying that there is another king named Jesus. And the people and the city's authorities were disturbed when they heard these things, and when they had taken money as security from Jason and the rest, they let them go. The brothers immediately sent Paul and Silas away by night to Berea, and when they arrived, they went into the Jewish synagogue. Now these Jews were more noble than those in Thessalonica. They received the word with all earnestness, examining the scriptures daily to see if things were so. Many of them therefore believed, with not a few Greek women of high standing as well as men. But when the Jews from Thessalonica learned that the word of God was proclaimed by Paul at Berea, also they came there too, attesting and stirring up the crowds. Then the brothers immediately sent Paul off on his way to the sea, but Silas and Timothy remained there. Those who conducted Paul brought him as far as Athens, and after receiving a command from Silas and Timothy to come to him as soon as possible, they departed. Now while Paul was waiting for them at Athens, his spirit was provoked within him as he saw that the city was full of idols. So he reasoned in the synagogue with the Jews and the devout persons, and in the marketplace every day with those who happened to be there. Some of the Epicureans and Stoic philosophers also conversed with him, and some said, What does this babbler wish to say? Others said, He seems to be a preacher of foreign dignities, because he was preaching Jesus and the resurrection. And they brought him to Areopagus, saying, "May we know what this new teaching is that you are presenting? For you bring some strange things